now to Canada, where a new report says doctors there are struggling to keep up with the requests for assisted suicide. The article appears in the current issue of Atlantic Monthly. It says around 1 in 20 deaths in the North American country are by euthanasia. That's more than Alzheimer's and diabetes combined. The Atlantic story's subheadline is "The country gave its citizens the right to die. Doctors are struggling to keep up with demand." And for more, we turn to Alex Schadenberg, Executive Director of the Euthanasia Prevention Coalition. He is based in Canada. Alex, thank you for joining us. First off, tell us a little more about this report. Did anything in there surprise you?
It's more the complete nature of the report. This was an article that took a look at all these issues around euthanasia in Canada and really shows the, how would you say, the misuse, the wide-ranging use of the law. The problem with the law from the beginning was a couple things. Obviously, it allows doctors and nurse practitioners to kill their patients, but on top of it, it was very vague from the beginning. So therefore, who the doctors killed was really up to whether the doctor was willing to kill them or not. It's pretty wide.
Wow. We know the Atlantic story came out just a few days ago. Has there been any reaction in Canada so far to speak of?
It's funny how the major media tends to ignore these things. They tend to want to stay away from it. The fact of it is this article is excellent because of how it puts everything together. Like even the concept in Europe, where they're debating this issue of completed life, meaning that someone asks for them to have their life ended based on just saying I'm too old, etc. Even that is a problem in Canada, and it hasn't even been a controversy. And as you know, in Canada, we're now debating euthanasia for children, euthanasia by advanced request, euthanasia for people with mental illness alone. And the article points all these things out. It also points out how these doctors are really conflicted by some of these issues, but are doing it anyway.
I would imagine so. So we've also mentioned the assisted suicide vote in Uruguay. How do you see that playing out as it moves to the Senate and it appears on the path to becoming law?
Well, Uruguay is a serious issue because it would be another South American country that's allowing euthanasia. But the Senate, I hear, is more conservative, so we'll see what happens. The problem is the Uruguay president supports euthanasia also. So they're really pushing hard to get this. Now, we're looking at all these issues. I don't understand why countries are doing this, considering the fact that they're giving someone the right in law to kill you. And if you consider a country like Uruguay, which has a lot of social inequities, this would even be so much more scary for people going through a difficult time in their life. But it's not only Uruguay, as you know, there's other countries now also that are right in the middle of the votes on this. You know, you have England, the UK, that recently passed an assisted suicide bill in their House of Commons, and it's going on now to be voted on in the House of Lords pretty soon. There seems to be a major push. And as I say again, the whole concept of giving your doctor the right in law to kill you, to me, is pretty scary and beyond where we should ever go.
In Canada and Uruguay, do you think the church leaders are doing enough to fight assisted suicide?
Well, interestingly enough, I'm right now in Manitoba doing a speaking tour where I'm actually speaking to pastors. It was arranged for me to be doing this, and so this is what I'm doing. But the fact of it is it's very hard to know what's happening in Uruguay. I'm sure the church has been standing up against it. In my own country, there's been some of our Canadian bishops have been very excellent in fighting euthanasia, but many of them have also been very quiet about it. So it's a very difficult situation, but the fact is that they should be speaking out very loud. A lot of them don't know what to say. I always say, don't complicate the issue, please. This is about people having the right in law. Doctors, nurse practitioners in my country have the right in law to kill you. This is, the other side wants to play language games. They want to confuse the issue, and we need to be clear and very clear about what this actually is.
So obviously this is very concerning to an awful lot of people. What other stories are you following? Any other euthanasia votes also that we should be monitoring at the same time?
Well, as you know, France is also debating euthanasia. So France had a vote in their assembly, in the assembly they passed their euthanasia bill, and now it's going to be going on to their the upper house. Their president also supports euthanasia. We have countries that have been debating this euthanasia issue, such as Italy. They had bad court decisions. Germany had a bad court decision. So it's really quite concerning. And if we look recently at Slovenia recently passed an assisted suicide bill, but the people are putting together a referendum to try and take it to the people to overturn that law. Um, it seems like a tidal wave in so many ways, and yet the reality is too many people are afraid to say what this actually is, and I think this is part of the problem. And I tell people, don't be afraid to talk about what this actually is. This is about killing people, and I'm clearly opposed. Like, killing people is just a bad idea, and what is the end result is the whole dehumanization of the human person.
So many moving parts and a lot to watch here. Alex Schadenberg, Executive Director of the Euthanasia Prevention Coalition. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.